Bring the mic closer to you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, see, there we go. Now it's...
Oh wait, no,
Now
I
it's doing
can't.
the thing.
I can't move here. I need to look at the camera.
Let me make sure we're good. All right. 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another... That was a bad clap. Anyways, besides the point. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Side Tangent. It's Jared.
Hi, it's Parker.
And this is a very special episode. You're not going to hear too much from me today because Parker is going to be the star of the show today as we talk about the famous game Metal Gear / Metal Gear Solid in preparation for the new game that's coming out. So I'm going to let Parker take it away here, and I'll just be reacting to things. Go ahead.
Yes, this is kind of in revenge, I guess, in a certain way, for Jared explaining to me the lore of Beyblade, which I did like.
Oh, yeah, revenge is kind of harsh. Insinuating that you didn't like it.
No, I did like it, but we'll find out if you like this. We're going to be talking about Metal Gear Solid, again, like Jared said, for the new game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Delta, which is the first...
That's what it's going to be called?
I think so.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's a really... So
Okay.
It's because it's the first game from Metal Gear in like 10 years. It's not really a new game, but you know what I mean. So just in honor of that... We're going to be talking about Metal Gear. It's one of my favorite video game series for the lore. It's great lore, and it's just a fun game to play.
Nice.
So, we're probably only going to go up to Metal Gear 3, since that's... Metal Gear Solid 3. But if this is popular enough, maybe we'll do the rest of the series, because it continues to get crazier as time goes on.
I'm excited.
Anyone who's listening, if you're a big Metal Gear fan, I'm sure I'll miss some things, so please feel free to... send some comments. I think we might do a corrections video after all of this, but please, I guess, enjoy. Before though, with this episode, we're going to go into Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. It's the first games in the series, and it's 2D. It hasn't gone 3D yet.
Okay.
But since the story is more simplified, I think it's important that we talk a bit about the creator and really the man that makes it all happen, Hideo Kojima. So we're going to talk about his origins, how Metal Gear got made. Then we'll go over Metal Gear 1 and 2. And that'll be it for the first episode. And we'll be talking about Metal Gear Solid next time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect.
This is perfect. I don't know a single thing about Metal Gear, so this is...
But you do know that he's in Super Smash Bros.
Yes,
we had a friend that would use him all the time.
And I hated playing against him in Super Smash Bros. So I'm pumped.
Here's a funny... This is a poor time for me to bring it up, but a fact about that snake, they made his butt smaller because people thought it was upsetting. So, because he's
so the Super Smash Bros. Snake doesn't have that big of a dumpy
compared to what he did in previous Super Smash Bros. And the game. Yes, he has quite the butt. Anyways,
nice.
So let's talk about geophysics. No, actually, let's talk about Hideo Kojima.
Okay. Yes.
So Hideo Kojima grew up in a pretty normal Japanese middle-class family. All that really set him apart when he was very young is that his family was obsessed with movies. Every evening, for I think he still does this, every evening they would watch a different movie. Didn't matter about the rating. He watched horror movies. He watched action movies. He watched super weird French art house films. Like, he had seen it all. He was extremely well-versed in movies. It was cool. Like cinema is the thing that he's most passionate.
Is he dead?
No, he's still alive.
Okay.
He
was as in when he was a kid. Okay.
Yeah, it is when he was a kid in like the 70s, I think. And he even said in like a tweet or something that like my body is 80% movies or something like that. Like it's what defines him.
Cool.
And his dream in life, rather naturally, was to be a director. He was really trying hard. He was making movies as a kid. He was writing scripts, and no one really thought this was a realistic dream except for his dad. His dad was really passionate and supportive of his dream. But rather tragically, his dad passed away when Kojima was 13.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Drop that on me.
I think it's kind of important because you can kind of see emotions from his father in a lot of the games we'll be talking about.
Okay.
And also just movies in general. So his family was still like trying to be supportive, but no one thought that this was realistic. And he was sending in movie scripts all the time, doing everything he could. He just really couldn't break it into the movie scene. Okay. So he was feeling pretty discouraged. At this time, he was going to university for economics. I'm pretty sure, or engineering.
Boring.
A smart guy, but not what he wanted to do. And
Right.
at the same time, like, he basically like do school and then on all of his free time be dedicated to trying to make a movie. Wasn't working until one day he had the idea that maybe cinema or movies wasn't the right avenue for him to make stories. Maybe he wanted to try to make a movie inside of a video game, effectively. Video games at the time, yeah, super cool. And an interesting thought, because obviously nowadays, in modern times, we're comfortable with video games having really rich stories and being just good storytelling, like The Last of Us is a classic example, stuff like that. But at the time, that was, like, no one thought that that's what video games were for. Video games were usually aimed at kids, were very simplistic, and you had things like the most popular at the time were Mario and Zelda. It's just save the princess. That's it. They were really not known for story, much less having deep, like, real life actual application. So Kojima joined. He went all in this. He quit going to school, and which is crazy.
That's awesome.
We're very thankful that he did, though, and he joined Konami, your and I's favorite Japanese video game. Well,
yes,
it's Japanese company because they make.
I guess there is a video game, but
they do make. Yu-Gi-Oh! But not only do they make the masterpiece Yu-Gi-Oh, they will eventually make Metal Gear Solid. So Kojima's working at Konami, and Kojima is unique, of course, for his creativity, but also because he's like the only guy there that's not there for the money or because he likes video games. He wasn't a gamer. I still don't know if he plays a lot of video games because he spends all his time watching movies. He was there just for the chance to make his dreams a reality, and it just seemed like video games were the new technology that he could do that in. And eventually he got his chance because Konami wanted to make a military shooter. Popular at the time, games like Contra, games like Rambo. It's basically all these games were just like you're a big buff guy with a big machine gun killing hundreds of enemies as they go on the screen.
Nice.
A very strange view on death, as it were. And that'll be important later. So they were going to put a video game on the MSX, which was a Japanese console. I don't think it's ever been released in America, or the MSX2.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was never released in America. And an issue is that the MSX did not have good CPU, I guess. It couldn't have a lot of enemies on the screen at one time. So that kind of limited how successful or fun a shooter game would be, because you can only have like 2 at a time or something like that. So Kojima had the idea to, use that shortcoming to make a better game. He decided he was inspired by like James Bond and The Great Escape and just kind of like these sneaking around movies to make basically a prison break movie. A prison break game where it was going to be a modern military game. You were stealthy. You did not have weapons. You were not strong. You could only take a few hits, but you had to sneak around guards. It wasn't the first stealth video game ever, but it was kind of like the father of it, the grandfather, if you will. It like revolutionized. No one had really thought to do a game like that before.
Sick.
And he also made it have a crazy story. It was really inspired by a lot of political events going on at the time, had a lot of backstory, and just had a lot of dialogue. Again, super unknown for the time. And Kojima titled this game Metal Gear. And that's the first game we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Metal Gear 1 and 2, the 2 Metal Gear games released for the MSX. One quick random detail too. Kojima kind of becoming he has a level of control over this game franchise that not a lot of people have. There's not a lot of people telling him no. So he can kind of do whatever he wants. I mean, there's a lot of people telling him no, but like because of that, it gets weird at times, but it's very much just like his creativity is not really
Has he done anything besides Metal Gear?
We will get to that.
Oh, okay.
So, but at this time, he's done a few other video game things, but like Metal Gear is
that's his baby.
It's his baby.
Okay.
So we like if we get to the end of this, like Metal Gear 5 especially, there's a lot of drama, but right now this is just a young guy, and all he really does is Metal Gear.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Metal Gear 1.
Let's do it. Buckle up, folks. Here we go.
Buckle up. So Metal Gear 1 takes place in the the future year of 1995. The game was made in 1987. So it's 1995.
It's like how Back to the Future it's in 2015 or something like that.
Or like, I think Blade Runner is 2015 too.
Really?
We're going to have
the first Blade Runner?
Yes, the first
That
Blade
makes sense, 'cause
Runner.
it was
I'm
like
gonna be honest.
2084.
We're gonna see a lot of future years that have gone and passed, and we still don't have walking robots. So there's gonna be a lot of disappointment from here on out. So
Sad day.
1995. There's a militarized fortress nation in Africa that's been established called Outer Heaven.
Okay.
Outer Heaven's kind of like this haven for all the soldiers and mercenaries in the world, somewhere that they can just find a place. And it was established by a legendary soldier. And recently,
Just a legendary
a
soldier.
legendary soldier.
All right.
And recently, there's been talk that Outer Heaven has developed a new type of weapon that could revolutionize warfare. So the U.S. government gets concerned about this, and they send in their top guys, Foxhound, the Foxhound unit.
Okay.
And they actually send the best Foxhound soldier they have, who's codenamed Gray Fox. Gray Fox, Gray Fox is super cool. Gray Fox sneaks into Outer Heaven, and he disappears. And the last transmission he sends out is only 2 words: Metal Gear. Brass
Dun, dun,
orchestra.
dun. He said the thing.
He said the thing. So Fox is now missing. So Foxhound has to send in their rookie agent, codenamed Solid Snake. So this is Solid Snake's first mission.
This looks like 1995.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I really
nailed
love.
it. They killed it.
I love the graphics of the old games. I've tried to play them a few times. They are impossibly difficult. I don't know if I'll ever beat them, but
How do you play it now?
well, obviously through legal means.
Gotcha.
But
yes, because we're very ethical and,
we're very
and legal
ethical.
here
they did
on
have
this
them
podcast.
on like the Wii, I think, for a bit.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm sure there's like a game emulator you can like legally buy, which you do.
which I do.
Yeah,
It's always
which you
it's
legally
always
buy.
which I legally buy.
Yes, nice.
So
I will say I forgot to preface this that Parker is showing me this on a
Yes.
PowerPoint. There's a screen in front of me, so if it looks like I'm not paying attention, I am paying attention. I'm looking at the screen.
he's not
okay?
just like really not interested.
For those that are just listening to this, imagine.
imagine that Jared's not giving me the good eye contact that I
I wonder if
asked
we could
for.
put like a PDF version on like the Spotify link or something. If people wanted to follow along,
It's not a bad idea.
or you can just look it up. Actually,
Or you can look it up.
or you just watch the YouTube video. Actually,
That's true.
I'm making it more
There's a
difficult
lot
than
of
it needs to be.
options.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'm
No, you're good. Okay,
side tangent.
So Solid Snake gets to Outer Heaven. He's
Okay.
just infiltrated the base, and this is a stealth mission. He only has a pair of cigarettes and a radio on him. You'll eventually get guns and weapons and stuff, but like hardcore stealth. There should be no sign that you were there. So you're sneaking around all these soldiers and mercenaries, and your first goal is to find Gray Fox. Solid Snake is helped by the leader of Foxhound and his commanding officer for this mission, Big Boss. Yeah, that's
And Nick Fury over here.
yeah.
What's up with bosses always having an eye patch or a scar?
It's
back from the war.
It's a cool look though.
I got this from the war.
Big Boss and his cool eye patch. So yeah,
Okay.
Big Boss is kind of a I don't know. He at this point he's a gray-haired, heavily scarred, eye patch wearing just old soldier, and he's
Right.
the leader of Foxhound, and he will do various codec calls to Snake throughout this mission to kind of give him information. But a lot of Snake's information is he receives from POWs or prisoners that he saves. There's a lot of prisoners and hostages at Outer Heaven, and as Snake goes around, he kind of gets an idea of that there's a Foxhound agent being held in a cell nearby. And that turns out to be Gray Fox. So Snake finds Gray Fox. That's kind of an early sketch of what he looks like. He kind of has like whitish grayish hair.
That's sick.
He's
That
pretty cool.
looks cool.
Gray Fox is
Okay.
cool. I also do know that having the codename Fox when you're part of the unit Foxhound is like a high thing of honor. So
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
he's
Like
a really good
like
soldier.
Seal.
Yeah, like when Seal was part of the Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
and he got that name.
When Seal, the singer.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So Snake finds Gray Fox. Gray Fox and Snake are old friends. Gray Fox is kind of like his mentor, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like he's like, "Hey, rookie, you did good, and I have information for you."
Like Shisui and Itachi.
Yeah,
Nice,
like
nice.
exactly.
Naruto, for those who don't know.
Yeah. So Gray Fox confirms to Snake that Outer Heaven does have a new weapon, and it's a nuclear-equipped walking battle tank. It's called Metal Gear, and it could shoot a nuke off from anywhere in the world.
This is the thing. That's the thing.
It's a thing, yeah.
All right.
So Snake's new priority is he has to destroy Metal Gear. Like, that cannot be allowed to make it, I guess.
Right.
So as Snake is going around Outer Heaven trying to learn more about Metal Gear and how to destroy it, he starts encountering some of the elite units or elite soldiers of Outer Heaven. The first one is a guy named Shotgunner.
I'm assuming he has a shotgun.
I think, well, it's a riot gun. He's like a former prison guard or something. It shoots like rubber bullets or something, I think.
Oh.
He's more like he's more able to deal with a lot of people at once, I think. So I think just dealing with one guy kind of throws him off, so you kill him. And later you fight Machine Gun Kid, who
has a machine gun.
I don't think he's a kid. There are a lot of child soldiers in Outer Heaven, but I don't think he's one of them.
Okay.
And you kill him. So
nice. They're killing it with the names. Yeah. Machine Gun Kid has a machine gun.
Most of these bosses are just you running around dodging their stuff and then killing them.
Gotcha.
And throughout this whole time, you're getting calls from Big Boss, and he starts giving kind of like increasingly concerning and weird things. Like, first off, he forgets a lot of stuff. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, like, this area is a minefield. Oh, sorry, like." He's giving him out of date or just straight up wrong information.
I think I know where this is going.
At one point, Big Boss is also like, "Hey, can you start calling me on a different radio channel?" Okay, bye. At one point, even he tells you like, "Hey, you did it. The mission's over. Turn off the MSX. Turn off the game console. You're done."
Whoa! So it's like aware of itself.
It's kind of aware of itself.
Oh, that's trippy. What the heck?
And Snake's just getting like kind of suspicious, but I don't know. He still needs to destroy Metal Gear. Time goes on. You also face off Fire Trooper, who has a flamethrower, and Coward Duck, who I guess is not really in the name. I don't know if you can guess from his name what Coward Duck's whole thing is.
If I had to guess, I would imagine like he's just hard to, like, you can't kill him because he runs away or something.
I mean, that's kind of he's hard to kill because he surrounds himself with hostages.
Oh my gosh!
And so you can see 3 hostages around him, and he uses a boomerang, so he basically like throws stuff around the hostages. So it's tougher for you to kill him. The Metal Gear Solid is known for its crazy bosses. These are pretty tame compared to the escalations we'll see. So, but just know that this is kind of the origin of that. Of just like a weird guy, like an anime-esque villain, where it's like, my name is this, and this is my whole thing.
Nice.
So after freeing those prisoners, after figuring out how to destroy Metal Gear, Snake finally encounters Metal Gear, specifically TX-55 Metal Gear.
That's what it looks like?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty awesome.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain this to the listeners. It's just basically if you imagine what a Japanese walking like military machine would look like in the 80s. It's what it looks like. It's green, it has legs, it has a giant launcher.
Terrible hint.
That's a terrible. I don't know how to explain this. Just look up a picture. Just look up TX-55 Metal
Just imagine what the Japanese would think our robots would look like. Like, that's terrible.
You're right. Okay. I don't know how to explain this thing. It's just a walking tank.
Okay.
It's a tank with 2 legs.
Yeah.
It's like the chicken walkers from Star Wars, but if they had done some hard time and had green.
See, that's a better description. It's like I'm there. Okay.
So Snake fights Metal Gear. He has to dodge its attacks while shooting missiles at it. While using plastic explosives to blow up its weak little legs. And he destroys it.
Skip leg day.
It did skip leg day. So, concerningly though, he destroys Metal Gear, and then Outer Heaven's self-destruct sequence is triggered. So you have a limited amount of time to get out of there.
Okay.
But blocking your path is Big Boss.
There it is. There it is.
So Big Boss...
This mofo.
Big Boss, it turns out, was the one who founded Outer Heaven and sent you here to basically fail because you're the rookie. And he didn't expect that you would succeed. So he was a leader of
like Ted
Outer...
Lasso.
I guess. I don't know.
You haven't seen Ted Lasso?
I haven't seen Ted Lasso.
It's pretty much this, but with
Is it
soccer.
just Big Boss? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's just like this with soccer.
So
Anyways.
you fight with Big Boss. You eventually defeat him, and as he's dying, he tells you that it's not over. And you manage to escape while Outer Heaven blows up.
Oh, epic!
It's
Classic,
really epic.
Running away while everything explodes.
Yes.
Is he holding Gray Fox here, or is he just running? Did Gray Fox leave?
Gray Fox manages to escape. I don't know how they get him though, because it blows up. But there's also a lot of prisoners. I know, like,
All right.
I don't know how Gray Fox. I know how the prisoners get out. I don't know how Gray Fox got out. But Gray Fox is safe.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Sick.
And it's a successful mission. Snake, though, he's kind of done with the military because his superior officer betrayed him. So Snake retires to Canada, I think.
Nice. And that's the end of the Snake story then, I'm assuming.
Metal Gear 2. Solid Snake.
Okay. That makes sense.
Set in the future year of 1999. Takes place 4 years after the Outer Heaven incident.
99. So
99.
we're alive at this point, me and you.
Yeah, we're both alive. We were both alive when this incident happened.
I remember it.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst thing that happened since I've been alive.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nothing else.
Nothing else?
I have funny stories about that.
Okay.
But
We'll save it for the Patreon that we don't have.
We'll save it for. We'll just say that certain things that happened in Metal Gear Solid right before or right after 9/11 were very similar to what actually happened.
Talking about 9/11?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry, we're very similar to what?
Whatever. We'll just say that there's been some things that had to be edited out of the games.
Oh, okay.
Poor timing on their part. Okay. So the year is 1999.
Yep. Again, nailed it. That's exactly what it looked like.
No, you're good. So this is Zanzibar Land.
Okay.
Zanzibar Land is a military junta that was established recently, and it's similar to Outer Heaven, where it's kind of like a mercenary state where soldiers around the world can find a haven.
Okay.
And the Cold War is ending. Nuclear strikes are not an issue anymore, but the world is running out of oil. And there's a Dr. Keo Marv who develops Oil X. It's kind of like an oil alternative. But he's suddenly kidnapped by soldiers from Zanzibar Land. And Zanzibar Land now is also rumored to have nuclear capabilities. So they kind of stand to gain a lot of power.
Yeah, it's always the nuclear weapons.
It's always there's
something.
a lot of nuclear weapons in these games. So Foxhound calls Snake out of retirement to go find the Oil X and figure out what this nuclear weapon is.
Imagine he was just sitting there on his patio, just...
He loves smoking cigarettes and sitting in.
I'm in.
That's basically what he did.
Gotcha.
This time around, obviously, Big Boss is not his superior officer anymore. So this time we have Roy Campbell. Roy Campbell was kind of like Roy Campbell's a good guy. He's a former Marine, former Delta Force member. He's a good guy.
Surely we won't repeat the same thing as before. You said Big Boss was a good guy too. There's no way. Yeah,
there's no way Campbell, we'll distrust.
Just because you tell me he's a good guy. Anyways, I'll believe it till I need to start seeing some action. Yeah, he needs to prove it. Sorry, keep going.
There's also other people helping that you can call. This time you have Master Miller, who's like a survival expert. I think Miller's super cool.
Okay.
He will when Snake calls him, he'll tell him about the plants and animals and how to be a good survival person. There's also Holly White. She's an undercover CIA agent. I don't think we're going to talk about her again, but just know that she's often helping Snake out.
Okay.
It's kind of the love interest for Snake in this game.
Oh,
yes, Snake's quite the
spicy.
flirt. And also throughout the game, you also get calls from a mysterious person. You don't see their face, but they just say that they're Snake's biggest fan. They give actual really good information. They'll be like, Snake, there's a minefield up ahead. You need to go a different way. Fan. It's Snake's biggest fan. So
dope. Okay. How do you get on this channel? How is he? Okay.
It's just the Snake fan club.
All right.
So while Snake's sneaking around Zanzibar Land, he learns that a lot of the people are surviving Outer Heaven mercenaries. So already it's his old guys again, including this time Gray Fox. Our guy Gray Fox has switched sides and is now part of Zanzibar Land.
No loyalty in Foxhound.
There's no loyalty in Foxhound.
Okay.
After questioning a lot of prisoners, and also there's a lot of war orphans and child soldiers just walking around the base. It's actually super depressing. they'll be like,
Yeah.
being like, I love playing with the pineapple when you look and it's like a hand grenade. Like it's a really
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's a really dark part of the game. Snake is also starting to suspect that Big Boss is alive somehow, and he founded Zanzibar Land as well.
Okay.
So that happens. Snake discovers that Zanzibar Land does have nuclear power, and it is a new Metal Gear called Metal Gear D.
Tell you what, Snake. If you get your sorry carcass out of here. I don't know why I imagine that kind of voice for Gray Fox.
I mean, it could.
He probably has a cooler, like Kakashi sounding voice.
He does. He has like a deep.
If you get your sorry carcass out of here.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
Do they actually like talk? Or is
I know what he sounds like from other games. They don't talk in this, but he has a super deep kind of gravelly voice.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like what he just did.
Right.
So they have Metal Gear, and Gray Fox is piloting it, and Snake has to deal with that. Also, as time goes on, Snake finds the guy who invented the Oil X is dead. He got killed.
All right.
So there kind of goes oil. I know we're skipping through a lot of details. There's a lot of details in this game, but I'm trying to focus on things
Main
that are
points.
important for the whole
Spark
series.
notes.
So
Cool.
if you
It's
think
making sense to me. I don't know.
yeah, if you think it's something that I should bring up, comment it, because then we can always add it to the corrections video. But all that matters is Oil X is no longer really an option. There's a new Metal Gear called Metal Gear D, and it's being piloted by Gray Fox. That's kind of the schematics for Metal Gear D.
Oh,
It's
sick.
again, you kind of it's like bigger and stronger than the previous one. Imagine like the Star Wars Chicken Walker, but this time bigger and beefier. I guess is the best way to describe it. And it's faster, and destroying it is Snake's top priority. And eventually, he gets weapons and explosives and is able to fight it. It's a crazy fight, especially for
Is this the gameplay?
that is a gameplay. So that's what it looks like. So you're kind of dodging its machine gun and
wow.
missiles.
This is 1990.
This is 1990. It looks pretty good for
Not bad.
1990.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You had to shoot Stinger missiles at it, if memory serves me right, and you eventually destroy Metal Gear D. And after this, Gray Fox gets out, and Gray Fox challenges Snake to a fist fight in a minefield, as one does.
Yeah. Why? You know.
And I think like Gray Fox and Snake's relationship is interesting because like the two really do like see each other as friends, but it's also like they see each other as professionals, I guess. It's like there's not a lot of remorse.
Yeah, there's a lot of respect, and then
Yeah, they're not like hating each other, that they're fighting to the death. They're just like, this is just business. This is just what we do. It's like
Yeah.
we're warriors.
This is
we have to
another
go.
typical Tuesday for your boss Snake.
It's kind of how they see it. It's really because it's kind of messed up. But Gray Fox and Snake have a fist fight in a minefield. Snake manages to defeat Gray Fox, and as Gray Fox is kind of lying there dying, he explains that the reason he went over to Big Boss is that he also was a war orphan, and Big Boss rescued him. But all Gray Fox is really known as war. It's just fighting, and he can't do anything else. And as Gray Fox is,
Bro has no soft skills.
he really doesn't.
I'm really bad at networking.
He can only do one thing. All I know is that I must kill. And as Gray Fox is passing away, he says, "Snake, don't let your fans down." Because Gray Fox was the one that was calling Snake the whole time.
Oh, whoa, what the heck? Sorry, that took me a second to look at my head. So, what?
So Gray Fox, again, like the two of them do like each other, and Gray Fox, I kind of get the vibe that he sees Snake as like a brother or maybe even a younger brother. Like he gives him opportunities to leave, and he's like, you should get out of here. And he also secretly will call Snake, giving him information just to keep him alive. But yeah.
So what's the point? So he was telling him the whole time how to get there.
He was telling him stuff to keep him alive, not necessarily to like let him destroy Metal Gear. I don't think he wanted Metal Gear D to be destroyed, but like I feel like Gray Fox would be like, if Snake has to die, I want it to be by my hand. I don't want him to just like die in a random minefield. And he does like the guy.
No one kills my best friend but me.
But me.
Okay, that's trippy.
It's super trippy.
That's dope though. It
is cool. Gray Fox is cool. He kind of gives like, again, Naruto, but sort of like Itachi vibes, I guess.
I killed your whole family so that way you could be mad at me and not anyone else.
continuing on, again, as before, Metal Gear is destroyed. At this point, Snake kind of caught on fire, so he doesn't have any gear on him. He doesn't have any guns. I don't think he even has cigarettes, which is crazy.
Oh, poor thing.
And as he's trying to escape, he runs into Big Boss.
Okay.
Big Boss again. Somehow, even though Snake killed him, he's somehow running around Zanzibar Land.
Of course.
And
He had like a second eye patch. He's just blind.
Both eyes. Big Boss claims that Snake is obsessed with war and only lives for war. Doesn't care about love, doesn't care about money. Just Snake is like Big Boss, where they just do war. And that they're trapped in this endless conflict and they're going to die like dogs on the battlefield. And Snake doesn't have a gun. Big Boss does have a gun. So this final fight is kind of you running around as Big Boss is just chasing you, trying to shoot you. But eventually, with your MacGyver skills, you find a can of hairspray and a lighter, and you makeshift flamethrower Big Boss to death.
What's the brown thing right there on the screen?
I think it's like oil or something, or mud. I don't know. But the fire in the bottom left is Snake.
So he just found a can of hairspray?
He found a can of hairspray in like a locker room and is burning him to death.
Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say, I was like, okay.
Yeah. So Snake kills Big Boss for good. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So Snake retires once again. And this time he's really like, I'm done with fighting. I'm done with military. I need to figure out, because all I do is war. I need to figure out what I'm about. And here's one more detail that wasn't in the original game, but it's been since retconned in. As Big Boss is dying, he calls Snake son.
No way.
So we don't know if that's true or not. All we know is that,
Dude, wow. Okay.
yeah. And that's a story of the first two 2D games, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. Next time, yes, thank you.
Wow. Hey, yeah, that was actually really. I'm like, I don't know. My expectations were low for the first two, or especially like looking at the quality of the game itself compared to what we have now. Wow. Yeah, that's a very fleshed out, way more fleshed out than I would have thought.
Kojima was not messing around when he wanted to write a more detailed story. And we're skipping a lot. There's so much content, but next time we're going to talk about Metal Gear Solid, the first 3D game.
Okay.
And the reason because I know a lot of people, when they explain the story of Metal Gear Solid, they usually start chronologically, because technically the first game takes place in like, well, I mean, the lore really starts in like the 40s. But I've done that before. I've even done it with friend of the show, Moses, when I explained the story to him before, and I don't think it really helps.
Episode 4 and 11.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if it's 11, but episode 4.
Whatever. We interviewed Moses. I've explained this to him before when we first knew each other, and I think that going along with the release date is a better way to figure out the story. So we're going to try this. I think it's going to work. I'm feeling good so far.
Yeah, that's sick. Sweet. So yeah, this is part 1 of the Metal Gear series. Parker is explaining to me, a newbie who knows nothing except, well, now I know something. But up until now, the only thing I knew was that he was a Super Smash Bros. Character. But tune in for part 2. Love you guys. Any last words?
Just let me know if I miss anything. Love you guys.
Yeah, love you guys. Peace.